Start day 2. It's gonna be great. Gregory's already got coffee going.
Pretty Joe coffee.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty Joe coffee, the best coffee in the world. Based in Miami, right?
My wife makes it.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's got to be the best coffee.
It's got to be the best. It is actually really, really good. But anywho, starting day 2 with a cup of Joe. Gonna get a bite to eat. I'm gonna go with spicy Southwest style skillet.
Woo, baby.
It's gonna be pretty good. And then it's time to rock. So I crave adventure, and I liken it to kind of an itch that's difficult to scratch. The hard to reach itch that I can't quite get to other than by going on a new adventure and finding new experiences and challenging myself in new ways. And with adventure comes some inherent risks, and that's something that I'm willing to take on. There's potentially something, anything could happen. We could break down, run out of fuel, which we're going to talk about in just a second. Lots of different things could happen to us, and that's why we need to possess the proper equipment, the skills, the fitness to be able to get ourselves out of sticky situations. And one of the things that I want to talk about, and something that I found really interesting, I hadn't seen them before, are these straps. And Gregory introduced me to these things, and he's going to tell us a little bit about them.
It's called appropriated technology. It's actually Black Diamond makes these. They're I guess it's a proprietary material, but they're kind of a sticky, I'll call them silicone. I don't know if it's silicone or not, but they've got a lot of stretch, but it's a lot of force, unlike a bungee. The great thing about them is they stick almost anything to anything and hold it in tight. So these little fuel bottles, you can imagine how hard it is to strap a fuel bottle just to the outside or something. But these straps basically have enough flex that you can cinch them down. And then they have grip that will just grip just about anything. And you can be assured that your product is going to be securely fastened. So they're made for putting skis together when you're going mountaineering, but they work for almost anything. Great.
Yeah, and I was watching you yesterday bounce around all on the bumpy dirt roads yesterday, and these things were jostling all over the place, and they didn't slip even a tiny bit. Nothing. And this gives us an extra, quart of fuel, something like that.
Well, for my little gas tank here.
Yeah. Gregory's gas tank is a gallon. Yeah, a gallon less than what I've got. So to bump him up a little bit closer to my capacity, to match the range that I can go, we've added a little bit of fuel. We had issues with the
very expensive Primus bottles. They leaked everywhere, so we got just cheap throwaways.
Yeah, these are just old aluminum ones that my uncle used to use on the oil fields for some reason. I'm not sure what he kept in them, but they don't leak at all, and they were free, so that's what we're rocking.
All the best.
Right of that log right there sticking in the water, maybe. I think we can make that.
All right.
What's the worst that could happen?
How are those waterproof boots working? Hang on.
Ready?
Hang on. Ready?
Yep. Yep. Okay. Got it. Let's see how it's supposed to be done. He did a much better route. The great thing about waterproof boots is that they keep your feet dry until they don't. And then they keep them wet forever.
Yeah.
They're only waterproof to a certain height.
Yeah, they all boots got that big hole in the top.
Yeah, the giant big leaky hole somewhere around mid shin. And out of the corner of my eye, I spotted something that we just had to stop at. The trouble with riding a motorcycle is you don't see the surroundings that much because you're trying not to die. So you don't take the time to really look around. But every now and then you gotta stop and see some sights and potentially take a bath. I think that's... That was good. So it's a good thing we brought extra fuel, right? With a little dirt bike. We've used one extra fuel can and now we're on the second, and hopefully we'll find gas before too long. Otherwise I'll be making a run. A gas run.
Plenty of fuel.
Yeah, should be fine. I switched to reserve about 7 miles ago.
How much you got, 20 miles?
I think I'll definitely make it to gas if it's that way. All right, so I'm making a fuel run.
Sorry, mate.
Hey, that's what the adventure is all about, right? Grippy, grippy, grippy. That'll be good. All right, man. I'll come back with gas.
Thanks, dude.
And that's hopefully enough to get us to a gas station.
Well, that's probably enough to get me like
10 miles?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll make it work. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. I'm basically a hero. We got it.
I made you a present. A sharp, pointy stick.
Thanks, man.
You gotta love those.
That's really nice. I'll cherish it forever.
How far away were we?
We've got 8 miles.
Oh.
I think we can do it.
Okay, Jason, say a few words.
We made it to Maggie Valley.
Mile high.
Mile high. It's definitely cooled off a lot.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Yeah. A little bit late. It's a little after 8. Took us a while to find some place to camp, but we found a pretty awesome spot. Rode approximately 270 miles today, something like that, and my butt
It's sore.
it feels good. But we gotta hustle up, get camp set up before we get started. Yeah, and I'm definitely taking a bath. Gregory smells terrible.
Yeah.
So, but set up camp pretty quick before it gets dark, and most likely see you in the morning.